I think we're playing better as an entire team. That helps. But both of them are just, they're both a year older. Um, and Makai's played a lot of good football here already, and Tyler got off to a good start last year as a first-year guy. But that, the time, time on the field and time in the program, time practicing, training, all those things add up to maybe giving yourself a chance to be a better player as you get older. That's how it's supposed to work. And both those guys are illustrations of doing that. And the commonality between both of them is they got great attitudes. They're just great guys on the team. I'm sure they have down days and all that, but they don't bring it out to the field. These guys are really positive out there. They like football. Tyler, they both do. They really like football. Makai, it's interesting, and I'm not trying to knock, a junior college, any junior college program. He came from Iowa Western. It's got a great program. They got unbelievable facilities, way better than we had at Maine, I can tell you. But he's got a real appreciation for being in a Division I program where there's a training table and, all those kinds of things, and, a lot less bus rides than, coaching at Western or Maine. You got those bus rides in front of you. So he appreciates every day, and a tremendous guy. And the thing I'll throw about Makai, he's playing great on special teams too, and I think that gives you a window. Both he and Ivory, Kelly, and Martin are playing really well on special teams, and they're doing it because they want to do it, and that's really a good sign. So that's part of the reason we're having success right now. You got two guys that probably could be starting most times, and they're playing special teams and really giving it their all. Yeah, Steve, I can't say enough about these freshmen, the first year guys, and that goes back to June. I think they're the ones who have paid the biggest price, me personally. Maybe the older guys on a mental side, just because, they're looking at what should be their senior year or their, third, fourth year in the program where they kind of got the routine down and all that. But you think about our freshmen, typically they come in June. They're plugged in. They're 6 hours of class. They're training on a regular basis. They're having 6 hours of class where they're actually interfacing with other students. They're, getting their way around town and all that kind of stuff. And, these guys got here and got locked up in the dorm basically because, really everybody's social life and the academic, we pulled the plug on academics. The university did just, for obvious reasons. So the first year guys weren't in school this summer. They trained, they came over, trained and then went home. And I felt really badly for them. And there's not like we could do any team functions or things like that because of the, just because of the virus. So everything was virtual, that type of stuff. And I can't say enough about these guys. I mean, they don't seem to be affected by it. They just kind of been day after day show up and they have a good attitude. They work hard. As I mentioned earlier, alluded to earlier, we're really pleased with the whole group. They're really a good group of guys. And I can't imagine anybody being through I don't want to say it was a poorly designed summer, but I mean, you would never design one like that intentionally unless you just didn't like the people that you were doing it for. So, just can't say enough about them. And they're positive guys. They all work hard. They show up and they're great to be around, and really anxious to get them in the normal world. Whenever that time comes, it'll be really good. But so I think they've paid the biggest price. I really do. And, hopefully this will be the last year like this, where it's just so restricted in every regard. But they've stayed the course. Same with our older guys. And, it's like anything you do in life, right? Situations arise and you just try to deal with them the best way you can. And there's no sense worrying about it or crying about it or, complaining about it, because kind of is what it is. And you just got to try to deal with it and then support each other. And our guys have all done a good job of that. So we got shut down on the 13th of March. And it was pretty apparent we weren't going anywhere, right, for a while. So we didn't have a lot to do. So we were recruiting and we were Zooming and, FaceTime and all that stuff, which is, it is what it is. But like that was recruiting, if you will. So we feel great about this class. I mean, I just mentioned the first year guys on campus right now. It's been great to work with these guys. And we feel the same way about this class. Because, it's kind of, they committed and they made cast their vote, if you will, at a very unusual time. And I think we all feel like we really know these guys really well. And boy, I tell you, we really like them. So, that's kind of neat. But it's weird because that was pretty much how we felt back in, May and June. This class is in pretty good shape. So, yeah, now our attention has to go forward. And that's interesting because some of those guys didn't play this year, right? There's a lot of people. I shouldn't say a lot. Well, there's a significant amount of people that we're trying to evaluate that didn't play this fall. That makes it difficult. Certainly they couldn't come to camps last year, makes it more difficult. So, we're gonna have to figure that one out. But again, like I said, we got plenty of time once the season's over. Right now, I mean, it's literally day to day. I mean, obviously we got to know we got to be ready Friday, but bigger story is, what do we have to do to finish today up? So, we'll have plenty of time for it. And we got a couple of people in the office thinking about it. That's their jobs. So it's they'll keep us surprised if there's something we need to know, I guess.